Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for showing up. Yay! I love that, and that goes for you as well at home. Thank you for showing up virtually. Welcome to Wednesday night gathering, where it is an opportunity for us to experience our spiritual presence in a different way, to recognize the divine presence of Source, God, Light, whatever you may call it, a way of connecting that allows you more freedom to be and to understand who and what you are. So with that being said, Universal Spirit Center always has a lot of wonderful things going on. And one of the things we have coming up, Sweet Margot, first Saturday with the Angels. It will be held here Saturday, the first Saturday in May. So it's a wonderful opportunity to connect with your divine, invisible essence and presence. She does a wonderful class. As well as you know, we're getting ready for our psychic fair that will take place here next Sunday on the 27th. So if anybody has some time tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to get out and meet the neighbors. We're going to pass out some flyers. You can get some steps in. This is a win-win-win. So 1:30 here, if you can make it, meet me here. That's you as well at home if you want to get out and get a little fresh air. It'll be a great way of connecting with our neighbors. And next Wednesday, the last Wednesday of every month, we always have our wonderful breath work with Scott Calafori. It's really wonderful. It's a wonderful opportunity to dive in and to dive deeper. So with that being said, tonight we are absolutely blessed to have one of our magnificent practitioners in the house that is just a guru of love and light. It is such a joy to have her here, and I love that she said yes, and this teaching is amazing. So please get ready, sit back. Also, you'll be able to ask questions. This mic here will be up there, and if you like, I'll bring it over. It just makes for a much better opportunity for you to really dive deeper if there's something that comes up for you. All right? So, without further ado, let us welcome our magnificent Borg Hill Killenberg.
Okay. Am I on? Yeah. First time, I'm going to try not to talk too hard, but first time using this, so if I'm too loud, Gina will adjust me the way she knows how. And I am just so excited, honored, grateful to be here. Yes, and I'm excited that I have you here to be here with me. Yes, and for us to delve into Hoopononpo, what it is, the practice, the benefits, maybe putting it into your life and seeing some results happening. But yeah, so I'm just going to start out by talking about Ho'oponopono. There will be room for questions at the end. And if time allows, we will have a short practice using Ho'oponopono as well. So first of all, what is Ho'oponopono other than a lot of words, right? It's an ancient Hawaiian wisdom that's been passed down from generation to generation. And because of the ancient Hawaiians, there was nothing written. It is only oral, in oral communication. And so the whole purpose of Ho'oponopono, pono means better, pono means good, ho means to make. So to make better or to make good something, right? That something can be our life, that something can be a relationship, that something can be money, that something can be problems with neighbors, that something can be anything that's in your life that's letting you know that the practice of Ho'oponopono can help. So I just want to give you a little bit about this. According to, I didn't think of bringing my reading glasses. According to Kuma Setra Kauka, in a world that's going through immense hardship, we see it all over the globe. We see it in our own nation. It behooves us, all of us, to get into a place of reconciliation with ourselves, to find that space within ourselves where we can open up and allow energy, allow God, allow divine presence, allow healing to take place. Nothing gets resolved without forgiveness. Forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of community, forgiveness of ancestors, forgiveness of things that have been passed down to us, beliefs, race consciousness, maybe addiction, maybe mental illness, maybe disease. Those are things that have been passed down through us according to the Hawaiians by our ancestors. And we can heal that. We can heal that. But it takes practice. And it doesn't take place or get healed like that. The problem with our society nowadays is we want instant gratification. I want to say, I forgive you, and I want that to be the end of it, right? And it's supposed to be healed. But then it starts coming up again. And it reaches a boiling crescendo, and you're starting to feel uncomfortable. Or the news are starting to bother you again because of the political environment in our country. It doesn't go away until we clear it, until we clean it, until we're okay with it. We forgive it, we forgive ourselves, and we can move on. Does that make sense to you? It's redemption, it's reconciliation. It's a spiritual practice that will change your life if you practice it. It's changed mine. It's changed mine. I took a workshop on it, maybe in 2010, maybe 2008 at my mentor's church for spiritual living in Escondido. Conrad and I were living in Julian at the time, and they were living in Julian, and that's how I met them, and I would go to their church from time to time, and they were offering the workshop of Ho'oponopono, Zero Limits with Joe Vitale and Dr. Hugh Lin. I have a little problem with Joe Vitale, but I don't with Dr. Hugh Lin, but I won't go into that. But anyway, I took the training, and so since then, 2008, I've been practicing Ho'oponopono. It's in my life every single day. When I get up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, when something comes up in front of me and I'm not quite sure what to do with it, I use the mantra. If I'm driving somewhere and I'm running late and it's a little chaotic, or if Conrad's driving and he's driving me crazy, right? And I'm going to get to the doctor's appointment and my blood pressure is going to be high, I start doing Hoopononpo. Constantly cleaning, clearing. So what am I cleaning and what am I clearing? I'm cleaning and clearing my energy, my space, my aura. I'm cleaning everything that has to do with me, not with you, not with Trump, not with Ukraine. But when I clean and clear, I do all of that if it's in my perception, if it's right here, if it's coming up for me. Our body, our psyche, our energy, our inner compass, that solar plexus, that is our power. Think about it. It lets us know when we're in fear. It lets us know when we're in danger. It lets us know when we're uncomfortable. Right? Those are all signs. And so that could be an inkling for you that, I'm feeling this right now and I don't know how to deal with it. Hoopononpo is a good practice for that. And so what I want to say to you about Hoopononpo is that it is for the purpose, and in ancient Hawaiian and in Hawaiian families nowadays, they use it as a form of mediation to bring peace amongst their family if there's strife or if there's healing that needs to take place. They use it for healing the body. They use it for reconciliation. And usually there's a Hoopononpo practitioner in Hawaii that will go to the family and will work with them. Her name was Simeona Morna. Morna was one of the teachers, the ancient healers, that brought Hoopononpo mainstream, that decided to share it with all of us. And Dr. Hugh Lin, also known as Dr. Hiliakala, he was a student of Morna. Now you can go online and you can Google Hoopononpo, and I guarantee you won't know what to look at first, but that's okay. I invite you to explore. I invite you to look into it. I invite you to find what's comfortable with you. But anyway, Morna brought it to us because she feels that Hoopononpo is a wisdom practice that can be implemented by all of us. All of us. It resolves all conflict. It heals heavy hearts and perhaps even transforms relationships. Any challenge that we are ongoing, be it interpersonal, be it community-wide, be it family, be it worldwide, be it spiritual, we can use this tool. We can use this mantra. We can use this chant. We can use this prayer. Yeah? We can use this process because it's all of that. And so I want you to think of cleansing. What happens if the window is foggy? What do we do? So we could see, right? What happens if the volume is staticky? Well, we adjust it, right? We get it clear. Yeah. And so I want you to think of that as a lens for your own self. This has nothing to do with anyone else but you. That's a hard concept, isn't it? It is hard because it's real easy that when things aren't going well in our lives, it's somebody else's fault. But even our teaching teaches us that what's in the way is the way. And it's always about us. It's about how we see it. It's about how we interpret it. It's about how we look at it. It's about how it feels. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's human nature. But if you want to get to a place of peace within your life, if you want to get to a place of redemption and reconciliation with yourself and with others, you got to do the work. You got to clean that window. You got to fine-tune that volume, right? And so what Morna is suggesting is that everything happening in our life that is stuck needs to get unstuck. And it's happening because of us. So I just want you to think about that for a moment. Where in my life is there stuckness? Maybe it's money. Maybe it's housing. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's an illness. Not that you caused any of that, but it's right here in front of you, and it wants to be looked at. It wants to be healed, right? Ernest Holmes, our philosopher, says that whatever comes up within us comes up for healing. Think about that. Whatever comes up for healing. Maybe it's a relationship with a sister. Maybe it's a relationship with a friend. Maybe it's your bank account. Maybe you spend too much. Maybe you forgot to make a payment. I don't know what it is, but you know, right? And so whatever is coming up for you, according to Ernest Holmes in our philosophy, it needs to be healed. And the really good way to heal it, of course, prayer. I'm a practitioner, and I believe in prayer, and I know prayer works. And Hoopononpo is a prayer. It's a prayer that's powerful. It's a prayer I can connect with. And it's a prayer I'm hoping that when you leave today, you can take it with you and make it your own. So Morna says that the whole point of Hoopononpo is getting us back to our self-identity, capital letters. And she says that because we have lost ourselves, or because we have stepped back from ourselves, because of whatever's going on in our life, we've forgotten who we are. And so she says that the whole purpose of Hoopononpo is to get the little I, me, back to the capital I, which is God. That's so beautiful. To me, that's so beautiful. Because isn't it true, do you feel this way, that when we are out of balance, your life isn't quite going the way you want it to, right? That you're not feeling that the cards are stacking up in favor of you? Well, that's because you've stepped aside from the big I, according to Morna. I just love that comparison, right? Of the big I. So Hoopononpo is powerful if you work it. And the benefits for me, for all these years, has been peace. Has been being able to step back from something and seeing it from afar, rather than getting myself enmeshed in it or involved in it. And if I do get myself enmeshed in it and involved in it, I know how to get myself out. Whereas before Hoopononpo, I didn't know that. And I didn't know about prayer yet in 2008, like I know about prayer now, right? So I got two cheerleaders going on right here. Hoopononpo in prayer. So investing in your own identity and taking responsibility, Dr. Hugh Len says that we have to take 100% responsibility for us and for what's going on in our life. Wow, does that mean the relationship that I just broke up from, I have to take responsibility for that? Well, think about it, do you? In a relationship, it always takes two people. It takes two to tango. So can it only be one-sided? Do you not have a part in it? And so looking at our lives, looking at what's coming up, and really being honest with you, and maybe seeing that, okay, I do have responsibility in it because it's affecting me. And I'm letting it affect me. And I'm holding this pain body, emotional pain, and I'm nurturing it. It's like it's a flower and I'm giving it water and I'm nurturing it. And so what's happening with that body pain? Right? It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Can you relate to any of that? I certainly can. I certainly can. And we're keeping that pain alive. We're keeping that blame alive. And it's really hard to forgive that. Really hard. And it doesn't happen overnight. But if you're willing to take responsibility for you, not for that other person, but for you, little by little with the practice, I can guarantee you that it eases and you'll find peace within your life. And so I'm asking you to think about something because that's something that you're thinking about. I want you to have it with you for when we, towards the end, for an exercise we're going to do together. Okay? I know we all have something. Another thing that I love so much about Hooponopono is that, and I learned this from somebody else, and then I looked it up, and Morna is very firm believer. She doesn't live anymore. She's passed on. But Morna was a very firm believer of cleaning and clearing. Hooponopono is all about cleaning. It's all about clearing the energy, the space, and allowing there to be new space for new things to come in. But Morna was a firm proponent of clearing and cleaning the energy and the beliefs of our ancestors, the faults, the race consciousness that's been passed on to us, especially if it's affecting my life or the life of my loved ones right now. Alcoholism is inherited. That's proven. Certain diseases are as well. That's proven. Doesn't mean we have to accept them as ours, but it's been proven. Ways of thinking, they could be racial, they could be discriminatory, they could be whatever they can be about other people. That's passed on from generation to generation. We can clean that and clear that. And I have one of my teachers, spiritual teachers, Marilyn Hall. She had a church from religious science in Mission Valley. She would clear and clean for the alcoholism in her ancestors, in her family, because she had a granddaughter who was alcoholic. And she cured it. She didn't want it to continue on. And that's what the Hawaiians do. They do the same thing. They clear that energy. They clear that space. They want to remove it from the beingness. So that's another benefit of Ho'oponopono. So how are we doing so far, my friends? Thank you. So to me, the most important part of Ho'oponopono is forgiveness. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it, is forgiveness. And it doesn't mean that you forgive something that happened to you. You just forgive. You put the forgiveness out there so that you don't carry that burden any longer. Because the burden and the pain, that's what wears on us. That's what prevents us from healing. And we can't we can't heal if we don't forgive. So what I want to do with you is I want to tell you about the prayer. To me, it's a prayer or it's a chant. You could call it whatever you want. A mantra, a process, a stepping stone. But what I do want you to remember, it's very simple. It's simply 4 lines, and there's no order to the lines. You could say them in any order you want. And we say them 3 times. 3 is a spiritual number. You've heard Kevin say that many times. 3 is a spiritual number, and we say them 3 times. But I'm going to do a little step further. I'm going to show you how it is that I apply it to myself, and you're welcome to apply it to yourself this way. So the very first line, or the way I use it, some people online, they start differently. I start with, I love you. And all I have to do is say that, and I just go there. Because I'm not loving me, but in a way I am. I'm loving the divinity, that divine essence that is in me. That's what I'm loving. I'm recognizing that it's there, and I'm loving it. And so I'll say 3 times, I love you. And then you take a breath and you say it again. I love you. You take a breath and you say it again. I love you. And the more you say it, the more you feel it. And if you don't feel anything, then start over. But get yourself to that feeling point. Feel that. Because that's what's going to heal. And then the next line I use is, I'm sorry. Now, some people have a problem with the word I'm sorry. They've told me this. Well, I have a problem apologizing. You're not apologizing to anybody. You're not even apologizing to yourself. But what you are doing is you're recognizing that whatever happened, you're sorry. That's the only way there can be forgiveness, is if you're sorry. And so what I do with me is I'll say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I misunderstood. I'm sorry that I took place in that. I'm sorry that I got involved. I'm sorry that I didn't see things differently. You see what I'm doing? Yes, I'm adding on myself what I'm sorry for. And if you don't want to add on, you don't have to. The divine already knows that you're sorry. Right? That's the beauty of God. And so then the next one is, please forgive me. Or you can say, forgive me. So please forgive me. A breath, and please forgive me. Forgive me for not knowing any differently. Forgive me for judging. Forgive me for not speaking my word when I had a chance. Whatever it is, but do you see that? And you can do that. In other words, it's making you very powerful because you're taking responsibility by knowing the words, the thoughts, and the actions of your own Hoopononpo. And the last one is, thank you. Always breathe. Thank you. Thank you. And you're not thanking yourself. You're not thanking the person or the place or the thing that you're forgiving. You're thanking that divine essence within you, once again. So you're acknowledging that essence at the beginning, and then you are acknowledging that essence again at the end. How beautiful is that, right? Yeah. And so if your life is going smoothly, and sometimes my life is, and I'm grateful for that. No worries, no concerns, no grudges, no judgments, just gratitude. I could still use Hoopononpo. And I say, I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. Oh, that feels so good. So let's walk through this, shall we? Let's walk through this. So just sit up nice and straight, put your feet on the ground. Mine won't reach, kind of short. And just put your hands on your lap, roll your shoulders back. And I'm going to walk you through this, and for each pause, I'm just going to give you a little bit of time before I go on to the next one, so that you in your own words and through your mind's eye, you can add what you want to add to that. So repeat with me, I love you. I love you. I love you. Nice deep breath. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nice deep breath. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Forgive me. Nice deep breath. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And put your hands over your heart. Just breathe that in. Check in with yourself. How does that feel? Open your eyes when you are ready. Anybody want to share how that felt? Here comes Miss Tina. Oh, come on, come on. Please, please, please. They don't see you. You can do it. Go ahead.
Okay. So For me, I think what's interesting going through that, I've been doing a different breathing practice about just saying different words like love, peace, authenticity, and going through that and seeing where that feels in your chakras. And so I was paying attention to this and where that feels and where they're kind of landing. So that was interesting, and it's food for thought because the first couple ones went a little deeper, but thank you was like not going past my heart space. And so that was interesting reflection to really pay attention to where it's resonating within your chakras, and I think that probably reveals where there's some blocks as well.
Yeah, yeah, good for you. Thank you for that. Thank you. Anybody else?
I will share.
Thank you, Miss Gina.
I've practiced something along the lines that I created for myself, which is thank you. I noticed that when things are happening or good, bad, or indifferent, I would just move right on to the next thing. I would give no pause or no appreciation. I would always say I need more. And so this reminds me of that, of just really taking that breath, taking that moment. And what I love about it is that I can do it in the moment. I don't have to wait to get home. I can be standing around other people. I touch right here. I know what I'm saying. And it's a real connection. So I can add that to that. It's a real connection of pulling me back to the big eye.
The big eye.
The big eye.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Anybody else? Thank you for that. Okay. Okay, that's okay. I'll get you some other time. So, put your hand in front of you, just like this. How's our time, Miss Gina? Oh, I see it. Okay. And you have your 5 fingers, and then you have 4 spaces in between your fingers. And this is just a practice you can do with you, because you carry your hand with yourself all the time. And just remember that God is in the breath. God is my very breath I breathe. Ah. And as close to me as my hands and feet. And that's how close I get to carry this with me. It's right at my fingertips. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's right on my heart center. Yeah. Very accessible. So on your hand, the spaces, the gaps, that's the prayer. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It helps to remember. And it doesn't have to be in any order. God isn't going to get mad at you if you say, thank you, I'm sorry, I love you, forgive me. It doesn't really matter. But there's 4. And you can be in line at the shop, at the grocery store, filling something, and you can say that. And then watch what happens. Start experimenting with it. And just watch and see what happens. But the activity we're going to do right now, we're going to use some of our fingers, or all 5 fingers. And I want you to just think, or maybe you know, maybe it's easy to remember, where are your judgments, or someone you feel you need to forgive, or maybe someone that's done you wrong. What are they? Maybe there's only 2, maybe there's 1. Maybe there's a relationship that needs healing, right? But just think about that. Think about it. Just spend a little bit of time right now thinking about that, because we're going to put this into practice right now. Maybe your house isn't selling. Maybe your bank account needs some help. Maybe your health is not where you want it. It could be anything. Maybe your child's going off to college and you're worried about where they're going to be. You can clear that space. I did that for my grandson when he went up to UC Berkeley. I was busy clearing Anchor House for him. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So that if I had any negative thoughts about it, let me clean them. If I'm worried about them, let me clean them. Yeah. So you can use this for many things. And you can even go home and you can draw your hand, and on the fingers you can put names or things or people or places that you want to clear. And I recommend you do that. Here isn't the place to do that because you all don't have pen and paper, but it would be something that I would recommend you work on. And you could start with 1, I love you. You could start with 2 and move on. Okay? So I'm going to give you about a minute for you just to think about something and practice, just on your own. Just a minute. That's all I'm going to take, Miss Gina. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. So when you're in gratitude, when you're happy, remember Hoopononpo as well. Because our philosophy teaches us that the more we're grateful, the more we have to be grateful for. And you all know how important gratitude is for us here at our center. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, right? We even sing it because we're so grateful. So what I want you to remember is that you can use Hoopononpo when you're grateful. I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. I love you, thank you. Or mahalo, aloha. Aloha, mahalo. Mahalo, aloha. Thank you, mahalo. Aloha, love, I love you. Aloha, mahalo, mahalo, aloha. Yeah. And watch it. Just watch life respond back to you. Well, I guess we could open up for questions, Miss Gino. How does that sound? Should we open up for questions? It's a quiet bunch. Miss Mariana.
So is it on?
Yeah.
So I keep thinking about the Buddhist Yoko Yang, that one? Yang, how do you say it? Yang Chang Yang, anyway, it's that they keep repeating that and they almost get into a trance. Exactly, you got it. And I'm wondering, are they similar? They're different?
Well, I don't know what that means. I know
Do you
what
know, Gino? Yeah, okay.
I know what Ho'oponopono means, and I know what the process. But you could get into a trance, just don't do it while driving. But if you're, if you're meditating and you're at your home and you're saying it or repeating it, or if you play something on YouTube where they have beautiful Ho'oponopono music that they've created, some people have, I can see, I don't know a trance. I can't vouch for that. That hasn't
Maybe
happened
that was
to
an
me.
extreme word, but anyway, that was just one question. The other question, is this all going to me, or if there's someone else you have to forgive if they did something wrong to you? Like, it could be to me or to someone else, right?
Yes, it could be to you or to someone else, but it's mostly you because you're the one that's feeling the pain about somebody else.
Okay.
You don't need to really worry about somebody else. But if you want to forgive them, well, then that just takes a lot of courage on your part, and it shows that you're a very strong and brave person, and you can do that. But once you heal yourself, you'll heal what you feel towards that person.
Okay. It's beautiful.
It's a win-win situation. Yeah.
And what is your direct translation of the Ho'oponopono?
Ho'oponopono,
Yeah,
ho means to make. And it's not mine, it's the Hawaiian translation. But ho means to make. Pono means good or better. So make good better. And so Ho'oponopono, that means we are in perfect alignment with the capital I. Our self-identity is aligned with God. That's the ideal. But when we're out of balance, when we have stuff going on in our life, that's keeping us separate and apart. And so our hope is that through the practice of Ho'oponopono, we can get closer to that capital I again and be connected with our source. You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I did read the book Zero Limits with Dr. Hugh Len and Joe Vitale. I feel the same way you feel about your little thing you said there.
Yeah,
about that later.
Yeah, that was the only book at that time, so yeah.
Yes, yeah. And so I've always been really fascinated with the part of the story which really happened, where Dr. Hugh Len, and correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but he worked with individuals in a psychiatric ward.
Yes.
And healed them, and I believe he healed them without even seeing them.
Correct.
And it's a really beautiful story. For me, it resonated because I've worked in the psychiatric field for 25 years. And so I actually still practice, and I do use this during my practice, although I don't fully understand it 100%. I understand it more now. But can you just elaborate a little bit more on that particular part of the story where he healed these individuals, and it was like very severely ill individuals?
Yes. So Dr. Hugh Lin, he is a doctor, a psychiatrist. He is Hawaiian, and he was practicing in Chicago, and then he moved to Hawaii. He moved back to Hawaii, to Oahu. That's where Honolulu is. And he accepted the position of director of psychiatry in this facility. It's a mental institution, but it's also a prison. And so what he did, because he was Morna's disciple student, right? And he believed and knew the power of Hooponopono, he really didn't meet one-to-one with his patients. He cleared them. He cleaned them. But he didn't do them. He did himself. His biases, his judgments about these people, his skepticism, his impatience. So over a period of years, he would pull out a file of a patient, and he would Ho'oponopono. I love you, I'm sorry, 3 times every single time, for I don't know how long, because he was there, I don't remember how many years. Do you remember? Okay. So anyway, when he got there, the facade of the building was chipping, plants were dying, the energy of all the workers was just really low. People were quitting their work and leaving. They did not want to have anything to do with being part of that facility. And through the years, it changed. The whole aspect of the building, of the employers, the vegetation, everything began to change by him just clearing and cleaning himself. It's an amazing story. It really is. It's an amazing story. And thank you for bringing it up. Yeah, I just assume people know about it. But thank you for bringing it up. But his daughter healed because he was in Chicago and she had some type of severe skin disease. And she wasn't getting healthy in Chicago. And it was a disease that was on his mother's side. His mother, the grandmother, maybe the great-grandmother. And so he came back to Hawaii and he started doing Ho'oponopono on her. Not on her, on him. Because we can only take care of us. So when Mariana says, what about somebody else? You can only take care of you and your perceptions and feelings and emotions about that person. And so his daughter, her skin condition healed. And there's all kinds of stories like that. It's a global phenomena, and Dr. Hulin did trainings, but it's a global phenomena that's in all the language of the world, practically. Japanese, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Italian, German, Norwegian. Yeah, it's just all. So there has to be something about this for it to take like that. We just need to put our work in and not expect a fix the first time you do it. Yeah. Yes.
So just to clarify and extend that a little bit, so for example, then if you're thinking of a family member or someone you care about and they have some sort of disease and you want to find some way to help them, then would it be the kind of thing where then what I would have to clear is maybe if I have a bias about that disease or if I have anything in my relationship with that person? I'm just trying to think.
Yeah.
What would
Or
I...
any fears.
Fears.
Because fear blocks. See, we don't realize that. But we don't realize that our fear blocks us. Our fear and wherever we put our thoughts, our philosophy teaches us this, but wherever we put our thoughts, our attention to, that's where it goes. So if I'm thinking with fear about this person who has an illness, And oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, I'm so this. What's happening is that fear is growing and you don't see anything happening other than the same. So what Ho'oponopono you can do with Ho'oponopono is you can work on you. You can clean within you. I'm sorry that I have these thoughts. I'm sorry that I'm fearful. I'm sorry that I know that I think that he doesn't have a chance. You see?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. And even if the focus is you want to end their suffering, you still have to keep the focus on yourself, the fear that their suffering might continue
Exactly.
and such.
It's all about you. Dr. Hugh Lin says, it's all about you. Those are his words. I heard it over and over and over because I didn't only have the book, I had all the videos and everything else. It's all about you. It all starts with us.
It's interesting because initially, if I think about praying for someone, thinking of a family member that has a disease, that I'm sending them healing energy, right? And I'm sending them good thoughts and all that. And so that's really a very different concept than I really need to take care of my fear that they're going to die.
There you go. Yes, because if you ask for prayer or if someone is praying for you, for that person, see, then that person, if it's a practitioner or a minister, we're holding space. We already know. There's no fear in us. We already know that that person is perfect, whole, and complete exactly as that person is. But with you, right now, because he's a family member and a loved one, you have some emotions attached to that.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to clear and let go. Because you're having them, not him or her.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay. Wow, that's a real practice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you have 2, 3, or 4 things that you want to work on, do you do them all at the same time? Or do you pick one in the morning, one in the evening, another one tomorrow? How do you do that?
That's up to you.
It is.
It's up to you. And I'm not going to say don't do all of them at the same time. Focus on one at a time because each one is going to have its own energy that you have towards it. You see what I'm saying? And so that's where you could do this. The one thing it's about this, 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 and this. And I can use the Ho'oponopono for that one thing. I would not recommend more than one thing at a time.
So do you just do that for the day, or do you spend a week on that one thing?
You will know.
Okay.
I know when I'm complete. It brings me peace. It brings me satisfaction. It brings me knowing that it's taken care of. All is well. But if it comes, say you do it one day, say you do the practice in the morning and you do the 3 times each one, right? So 3 times 4 is 12. So there's 12 times you're saying it, right? That's a good chunk. Yeah. And then if you still need to work on it, well, then I would recommend you still continue it until that's complete. And maybe it doesn't get complete. That could be somebody's question. Well, what if it doesn't get complete? What if it's still hanging over me? Well, the Bible has a verse that says, pray. Paul said that. Pray without ceasing, because this is a prayer, is what it is. You're welcome.
I love this
Oh, thank you.
because this is a clear opportunity. A few months ago, I got very clear with racism that there is an energy that is passed down through our families. Anybody of color, anybody different,
Yeah.
anybody with a disability, it's this energy that we hold. And we've been trying to change the outside world to adjust. And when it hit me like a ton of bricks, like, no, I've got to change from me inside. This is a perfect opportunity to sit with this, to heal the anger that's there, to heal the sorrow. It's so, I'm like buzzing because I'm like, I've been wanting to have something to be able to share with my friends because the conversation always comes back that, so you're trying to say that racism doesn't exist. And it's like, no. But we have learned a way of living that perpetuates the very thing that we want to change.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
is an answer that's simple in its context.
Yes.
That, because once you change the energy in you, whether the outside world changes or not, you see things differently. You just see things differently. So I just want to say, wow. REP is getting ready to do something with this in the form of us with politics, with racism, with all of the things that are happening right now. This is a beautiful way to practice. And I'm just going to say practice is, you know, a lot of times we think that this teaching is 1, 2, 3 magic. Practice is practice.
Practice is practice.
Because it's becoming a different way of living, a different way of being. So, wow, thank you. So powerful.
Thank you.
Boom.
Yes, and that is the race consciousness that we pass down ancestrally through our families over and over and over.
Some of it was to protect.
Yes, of course.
Some of it was to protect, but it was this consciousness that from a baby you were born into. From a baby. Yeah. And it's it's not just people of color, white people. It's everywhere. It's in everything. It's buzzing so now.
Buzzing. It's in every atom of everything. Yes, it's so prevalent. And it's all of us. We've all been affected by this. Yes, yes.
I can just think of one thing that would make this even more powerful. Group trip to Hawaii.
Next year, baby. Next year, let's do it.
And meet with a kupuna. That would be
Next
awesome.
year. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we're doing Africa this year for those that are coming. So next year.
Her last name is Morna. Mornah. And her prayer, her ancestral prayer, I mean, she just repeats it nonstop. Like all day long, nonstop. And in clearing the space of her ancestors, she spends a lot of time and she'll say, I'm sorry that my ancestors did things this way. I'm sorry that they didn't do things the other way. I'm sorry if they mistreated you. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I just had a comment. When I've done Hoopononpo, it always has a calming effect when you finish, I find it therapeutic. And so, I just say that there's all good with it, So, yeah, it's a wonderful experience.
Bork Hill, are you complete at this juncture?
I'm complete, yes. Are you complete?
Let's give Borg Hill a big round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yummy, yummy.
Thank you, thank you.
And with that, it is time for our conscious giving. We have a basket in the back there. And so the prayer, I live in a state of gratitude. I'm thankful for all I have. I live in a state of gratitude.
I'm thankful for all I have. Aloha mahalo.
So we thank you for that. And for those of you at home, when we're done, I'll put up the QR code for you. We appreciate all the ding, ding, ching, 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 ding, 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 ding. Yeah, baby. And I'm going to let Borg Hill close us out with a prayer.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right, I do. So I ask us to just come together into this space. Just fill our hearts, our minds, our bodies with Hoopononpo, with the love that keeps on giving itself. How grateful I am for our time together. How grateful I am for each one of you showing up to witness the beauty, the benefit, the power of Hoopononpo. May you be blessed with it. May you be able to incorporate it into yourself, into your home, into your life, and may you be able to experience the benefits of it and the joys as well. And so in this gratitude where we are right now, I just simply say thank you, mahalo, thank you, mahalo, thank you, mahalo, aloha, mahalo, aloha, mahalo, aloha, I love you. Please join me all in saying, and so it is. Thank you. Get away from this. Am I off now? I want to get away from these lights.